Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be doing some more of Poe Shadowbringers. I'm going to be continuing the story. We'll see where it takes us. But first, I have to show you my progress. I got my Dark Knight to level 70, baby! Yeah, I know. Drip's not the best. The legs could use some work, but I'm a fan of these leggings a lot. I got the sword. I mean, come on, it looks amazing. There's no hiding. It looks fucking amazing. But all right, we're gonna continue with the story as Paladin, of course. Let's get to it. I'm gonna talk to Beck Lug again. I suspect the crystal expert I told you my past. I was once a mage of the royal court of Vobert, and the soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administered to the patients here is one of my fruits of my labors. I hope to do great things for this kingdom. Sigh, but in the end, my knowledge were only suffering, a plague the like of which none had ever seen. Ah, I skipped it. Oh my. Sorry, it probably wasn't important. You must dwell on the past, and now you have the chance to redeem yourself. At least the warriors of the light brought those responsible to justice. Let's go with this one. I mean, I hope what he said wasn't important. I doubt it. That I do. Comforting thought indeed. Oh my. Do you think it can be done? Were the sky still ablaze with primordial light, I could call it an exercise in futility. But now we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them perfect conduit for the etheric revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it needs to be done, if it's all the same to you. Whatever regens must be procured or spells invoked, I'll do it. I admire your spirit. Very well. Your first task will be to gather the necessary materials, the purest of waters and finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alfenald, the water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have done to get the lantern. You don't mean? Oh! The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. Not again. Fine. We'll pay a visit to Ilmeg, though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. While you're about it, I seek the new move of Kla Any. They will be able to supply you with water. Right, let's get this over with, shall we? Alright, what's my task? There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it? Yes, ma'am. Or sir. I'm gonna say flat out, Alfenald is easily one of my favorite characters. I know it's weird because a lot of people don't think that, and it's quite the opposite actually. I love the man. He's so man. He's so goofy. He's so quirky. Clay from Amarang would likely to be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us? Sure, this one? I think the miners would probably be the better option. Scavengers, you say? Well, they may know the lie of the land, but I dare say they are more interested in the trinkets and baubles hiding in the earth than the earth itself. Now, miners are like, okay, God. I was right. Jesus. What's that? Do you know the miners of Twine? Perfect. Speak with them and you should have no trouble procuring what we need. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there is aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Alright, where do I gotta go? Oh, where am I? I'll TP. You know, we're not the, that poor, alright? We got a little bit of gil to spend. I'm not too picky. Yo. Oh, Magnus. Ow. Well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. You've just this moment finished preparing the Talos and trolley you lot took to Nabath Arang. The trolley was no trouble, but the Talos would have been another matter, had we not had a visit from Master Tri. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that China is. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magnus still refused to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jerk, but that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Al here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? I need clay. The good stuff. I see, and this familiar requires clay from Marang. Well, look no further. If anyone can find you some quality clay, it's us. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some looking somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Barren mines to make adobe bricks. The place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than to look there. Okie dokie. Sounds like a plan. Is it near here? Oh yeah, it is. Actually, no. I'm switching it up. I've been using that mount for the last like 2 days. I'm switching it up, man. We're in monkey mode. Going back to my roots. This is the first big mount I ever bought. I think it was... I mean, I know you can earn this mount normally, obviously. But I think I bought it for 600k gil. I know it's nothing crazy, but for me at the time, it was a lot. And honestly, it still is a lot for me. So the monkey hat holds a, a dear place in my heart. Any clay? Man, I love the music in this area. Honestly, in every area. There's not a single area where I don't like the music. Ah, it's so good. Oh. Boink. Yo. The twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. You have the clay, I take it? I do indeed. Here you go, madam. Thing. Wonderful. We need but combine the clay and the water, then heat the mixture with Fey Lantern, and that, or after that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Beck, Lug, I have a question. In the event that we had need of this spell, and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? I could, trust. Assuming they possessed the requisite skill, yes. Alric and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there is a chance the spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state combined with a strong desire to help them can drastically increase the magic's effect. And you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say there are a few in all of Norvant more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so? Ow. That's me! Yeah, let's go with that. let's go with that one. I'll be damned. Then we were all of mind on the matter. Alisaie shall be the one to conjure the familiar. Okie dokie. I'm sure this won't result in a disaster.
Let us begin. I trust you've prepared the clay?
They're gonna shape it after me, right? Because I mean, I am like peak form in this entire nation. If not worlds, my bad. Yeah, it's not
Very good.
a miniature me.
Now, I would have you sculpt for me a Porksy.
What the whatever.
Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
A Porksy. I think I know what you mean.
I'm on the same one to say I think I know what it is. Can't remember.
There we are. How's that?
What the hell? Oh no, man.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
Man, I love Elfenada. I love their rivalry. It's so good.
Yes, yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Look at him, dude.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker
Grotesque.
believes that matters.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye.
Oh, what is she gonna create, man? Like man. It better look a little different once it's
Now,
fully formed.
As I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Is that the first time I've heard someone speak in this game? Oh, it's these things. I murdered them literally in the last episode.
Not bad for a first attempt.
It's pretty accurate.
Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
This is gonna go around curing everyone.
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
Do I get to name it? Please let me name it. Let me name it. I know you created it, but let me name it.
A name.
Let me choose. Please. I beg.
All right, I've decided.
Oh, whatever.
Now.
That'll be a good name.
Go, Angelo!
Okay, what the hell? Sure, man. No diss to anyone named Angelo, but what an odd name. Oh, he's feeling. Oh my god.
Mother,
Oh, now I kind of feel bad for him. At first I was, you know, memeing on him, but... Man, shit. Man, meme ruined. What the hell? Now I can't make fun of him. I feel bad. Oh my. Alright, whatever. That's on. How is he, Becknug? Did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do not deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now. Alright. As you are even now in the process of discovering the magic, ask much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is the same is also true of the subject. As much we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect. This is to induce stagnation, thus enabling our safe transport back to the source via our sight. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Backlog said when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Not really. It is the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of something. If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing a soul, I know of at least one in the source that will desperately use such. Oh, it's a little rat. Yeah. Gaboo. I love that little guy. Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Hyrule, is it not? The only difference being that the soul was suffered with earth aspected ether instead of light. It follows if his soul decided it's a similar kind of stagnation. Okay. Oh, 100% we save him. 100%. Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of whom you speak? Ah, the sweetest old man. I see. His condition does sound similar, yet there is much more about his soul that remains unknown even to me. I say it is not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that it's a delicate work we do here. Work requiring patience. Of course, and as long as there is hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. It's all the same to you. I'd like to stay here with Angelo. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Backlog and see if you can't make some headway with their newly posted theories. I would tell you to rest first, but I see you're not to be convinced. Ah. Let us return to the Crystarium, though. Oh? Finally! I have found you. Who is this? Oh, it's this dude. Well, is he the painter? No, I don't think he's the painter. I can't remember. Just roll back in Yulmore. Lady Chai's beside herself, sighing, pacing, the whole lot. You have begged me to go find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it we return to Crystarium alone. Go on then. It's not as if I have anything to do or for you to do. Thank you, Backlog. Sorry for bothering you and all that, but she says the future of Yulmore is at stake. Okie dokie. All right, Kai. Sure. Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not keep her waiting. Eh. Alright. To Yulmore we go. Oh, before I start this, please bear with me with my voiceover. I need to turn the auto caption off. I'll do that actually right now because it is tripping me up so bad. I'm also just, it's hey man, it's 12. All right, give me a break, man. The struggle is real. Well, not here seems out of the ordinary, though I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Is Lady Chai the fat, the big boned lady? Probably pacing around outside again, staring out from distance and all that, sighing. Strange, let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. I would imagine it's her. Maybe. Hello. There she is. Oh, let me turn it off. Space one. Oh. Should be off now, I think.
Oh, thank heavens you're here.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
I think it might be her husband. He might be injured or something. We'll see.
Alone? What of Master Chai?
Oh.
That is the very reason I summoned
Aha, I knew
you.
it.
He's gone.
Big brain.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Gulg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
They
And
chose
so you
him,
held an election.
and he ran away.
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see. After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well, no one wanted such responsibility. Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Holy, I've calculated it all.
Given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He is more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished
Dude.
without a word.
Homie's a simp. Let him just simp. He doesn't want to do all this. He just wants to simp for you. That's it, man. The simp life is hard.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee? Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
He's shy, man.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
Hey, man. Sorry, but I think he's fled. Yeah. Go with that one.
Nay, my friend. The one thing he has not done is flee. That I am convinced. Through the most testing of times, he has ever remained at Lady Chai's side, placing her happiness before his own. He
Definitely.
would not abandon her now.
I was trolling, man. Okay, come on. I was trolling. Don't gotta be so uptight. Yeah.
Wherever he may have gone, rest assured we will find him.
Yep. Definitely will.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go see where this goob is at. Where is he hiding at? The Gale, how much is it? Alright, 500. Well, 1,000. But... Oh! No, pit stop, pit stop. Oh. Avert your eyes. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for a triple triad. I wanna, ooh. Ooh. Okay. This might be a little challenging. When did I get this card? Thank you for taking that from me. What the? What is that? Bro, what is... Bro, that's not fair. Alright, let's hit him with the nice bink. Alright, nice, strong bottom protection. Oh, that's like an impossible corner. I think I hit him with the... Let's see. This is kind of risky. I'm gonna do it either way. Because if I can... What? Oh, I'm... Bro, I'm selling. I thought this was more than this. Oh, God. All right, well, it's fine. I can do... I want to save that, actually. Let's do that. Nice. Big. Now he can't take this card. All right, it's a draw. It's fine. I sold the bag so hard. I could have easily had that. It's whatever. Go again. I blundered. All right. My turn. Let's go with this. Okay, the AI is off something today. Let's go with... Man, I still only... I mean, I'll go with this, sure. All right. Oh, I'm going with this. Please don't place one there, please. Oh, good. Amazing. Big. I think I win. And I think that's literally a confirmed win. Yep. Oh, no card. I don't want to do it again. Whatever. Hey, second try, I'll take that. Not bad. All right, let's go find Master or Mr. Chai. What? Hey. Who the f... Is that Whoops? What is he doing here? It looks exactly like Whoops. It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, I am sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or failing, that if they have any idea where he might have gone. I'll meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on. Okie dokie. Hi, Moen. Master Chai, well, yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Yulmore's neglect of industry, you see. Lord Vothary's apparently inexhaustible stores of meal and no great need for money. It's little wonder our business were all forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Yulmore, which seemed to satisfy him. He took his leave soon after. Your exchange with Mona has taught you about the stagnant state of business in Yulmore. Hey man, the economy's crashing. It is what it is. Cornine, I'm just, whatever. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When last I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while about its concerns over the city's defenses, amongst other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Vothary. And finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. And not to blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the errors of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the dialects of the Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Colcia as well, and I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for the cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. Your exchange with Cornine has taught you about the perilous state of Gilmore's defenses. Alright, so basically they have no capital. They're broke bitches. And two, they are defenseless as shit. They have no way to defend. What the? Alright. Athenbet. Hey, I recall a man fitting that description. Asked to speak with the poor bugger's lady. Come with it, right? Said he wanted to know the state of things down in Tyrolux. And you can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing. There was plenty to tell. Beyond high and low for what we can savage, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folk here don't just want to survive, they want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the Direlux. He asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say looked like he was headed for Gaytown when I last saw him. Exchange with Hanbraz taught you the poor living conditions of Colster's Dawn Truden. Truden. Oh, I really want to go see what that is. Oh, it's level 82. No, I must resist. I'm doing the story. I must. Alright, so my hypothesis is that he's not scared to be a leader. He just thinks he's unprepared. He wants to learn a little bit, and then he'll take up the mantle. I think. There you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue as to Master Chai's whereabouts? These 3 slips of paper. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. We discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Gilmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. So he's got big plans for the place. Gilmore, I mean, not the Bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? And that, my friend, is a good question. What the Kuru husk? Bro, that's what you bread pieces you put in croutons. Croutons, that's what they are. They look exactly like croutons. Obviously I'm going with Gil, but I had to check it out. The food in this game is very interesting. All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Yomor, but its surrounding settlements. It seems logical then that having consulted those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Al, if you'd go and make inquiries and write, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gaytown, I leave to you, Kai Sure. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we've finished? Well, Top Rung would seem to me to be his next most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then, but if not, we will be well suited to continue our search. Oh, this is the painter. Wait. No, it's not. I lied. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking mystical gentleman here not long ago who wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Gilmore, rather lack of them. We lost a great many people to the promises of Buell and the chance of lavish life among the free, and Vothry thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I didn't tell you what happened with when the seniors came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Vothry's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Gilmore in his absence. That's what I told you, friend. Chai knows, was it? And I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after, and that was that. Okay. Nope. He is not. So he paid a visit to both Wright and Gaytown as well, did he? I see. Kaisher and I gleaned at much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Colossia. The only likely place he has left to go being Amity. Come, if we are quick, we may yet catch up with him. Alphana, Kai, sure. Well, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We have been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word and bade us to return you to her side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in her chambers. Though, I suppose, she could have overlooked it, and when she gets an idea into her head, sigh. I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai, but since we are here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? You were told you had been elected mayor, and were from what we gathered from the nearby villagers, you have been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Colcia. That much is true. But I am by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until then I've secured them, it would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see, and you believe said resources can be found here? Yes. Indeed, the people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor. With respect, such forethought is in itself proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I am certain that this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion for what little it is worth. We will vouch for you, should he require convincing. We believe in you. You've got this. I believe. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Yumor, but that dream's gone now. Burst like a bubble. Or a boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alphonse, I haven't had a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a haze with you. You've been running up and down trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot of mouth gold, didn't you? How hard could marrying be? They're going to steer you to a better future. I know it. And I want to help, properly help, do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me come with you, that is. Huh? You gave me entirely too much credit, a lot of you, but I can't deny it. It gives me a heart. Come then, let us press on together. Thank you, Master Chai. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yumor needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I'm here, to find one with experience and to see the cities thrive. Who is this man exactly, and are you certain he's here in Amity? Rendon is his name, and yes, he is, or was. I had seriously begun to explain myself when we decided this time was better spent elsewhere. He served with us as a chief advisor to Vothri's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left, and between them, they kept Yumor on the road to prosperity. The city needs him more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chase, it might not be wise to speak with those who know him here in Amity. They may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristal, then. As I recall, you made rather a favorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. Okie dokie. Greetings, friend, and to you too, Master Chai. I presume you are here to ask after Rendon. I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Vothri gone, Yumor wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, this city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Yumor together, and that is still my wish. But given how abominably you were mistreated there, I will quite understand if you choose not to help. Or not, Master Chai, I bear no grudge against you or the people of Gilmore, and I would not see you suffer for Vothri's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Ren can know rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and a little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. The desire to right the wrongs of your past, of Gilmore's past, is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes and the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let loose those feelings. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to this course, and prove to him Gilmore has the resolve to change. Resolve to change? I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear in your intentions. Very well, to Pit 8 we shall go. And I will take it. I would not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. Earned it. I respect the drip.
Well, well, it's you again. Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vothri's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
That's us.
Are they now?
Hey, man.
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vothri. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable, yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmore. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vothri was creating. And so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vothri's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
A great one.
I can offer no simple answer to that question.
Dang, the voice acting. Oh, something about that sounded really good.
But this much I will say.
Oh?
It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. It seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us.
Alright.
The
I love
distinction
food.
between free and bonded died with Vothri. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on.
Sam, homie thought about this. Homie's thinking.
But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation.
Spitting facts.
Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
A Yulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that.
Yay.
But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
Okay.
You would? You ask me to help you solve Yulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
I mean, he already has, bro. For the most part. He got the whole lift working again. That was practically all him. I feel like man's done plenty enough, honestly. Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Yulmore now faces, I assume. You will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is most pressing. Ah yes, the mule being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume. Alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. The man who hungers does not like to contribute much to society, save violence perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve the problem? Give me a satisfactory answer and I will consider offering you my counsel. We eat people. It would work. That's what mule was, and it was working. I mean, a combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply, another that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as a source of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production stored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort. My, think of that all by yourself, did you? Well, yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago, after speaking with the peoples of Yulmore and the nearby settlements. You impress me, Chai Nudge. I have? Well, that is a relief. You haven't secured my support just yet, only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask me to rebuild, you must provide the means to do so. A fair point, Rendon, and one to which I have given much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. The employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed the doors years ago without a ready supply of the necessary equipment. The people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. With full help, I'm quite certain that we can acquire what we need in no time. Oh, don't look at me, man. I gotta do more chores. Alright, go little errand boy. Grab my stuff. Grab my stuff for me, man. Finding good health is the next quest. Well, I think I'm gonna leave this one. I'm gonna leave this one off here. I'm enjoying the story. Sorry that I kept accidentally skipping some voice lines. I am just I am very involved in the story. I am very interested in where it's gonna go. But I'm gonna leave this one here. I will try to continue more later, but it is getting a little bit late. Thank you for watching. I appreciate any of you who even clicked on this video. I appreciate it. It means the world. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on next time. Peace.